Hey there, Divine Feminine. Welcome to this message. This is for the month of December. This is what I am picking up for the month of December as a collective message. However, I am receiving multiple messages. Okay, so some of these may resonate for you. Some of them may not. They may not even flow together because I could be picking up different messages for different Divine Feminines. So I'm going to start off really quick with the main thing that is popping up to me for the month of December is forgiveness, the frequency of forgiveness, somebody apologizing, saying, I'm sorry, righting past wrongs. This is a connection, but I do believe that this is possibly a family member. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting something about a family member what didn't have your back, wasn't there for you, was supposed to stick up for you. This could be a father figure, a mother figure, an uncle, something like that. Maybe a brother, maybe a sister. But they were supposed to protect you. They were supposed to come to your side, be there for you, be with you, tell you something. I don't know, give you information or be real with you, be honest with you. I feel like it was in a time of need for you, Divine Feminine. There was something about, I was in need of something and I asked you to help out or something like that. And they turned their back on you. Okay, and that is what I'm getting. It's like I'm almost getting like a child energy and a parental figure energy, or just a family in your immediate. And I am getting more of like an immediate family, but again, this could be different for everybody. It could be a very close friendship as well. Somebody turned their back on you when they shouldn't have. Now they're in deep regret. They're really sorry. They're living in a lot of guilt is what I'm getting. They're on their knees now talking to God and asking God for forgiveness in the situation and how to come to you with whatever it is that they need, an apology, some information, something like that they need to come forward and tell you about, but they don't know how to go about it. I do believe that the divine is telling them that you will sit in this energy until you go to, or whatever this is, your daughter, your niece, something like that. They just were not there for you. Maybe they even went up against you in some type of situation. I'm almost getting a narcissistic family member that is being healed out currently. They may be being healed, okay? Maybe not. Maybe they're just, but it's a guilty conscience. So at least there's that they do sit in a heavy regret and guilty conscience over the situation. Maybe they wouldn't have in the past, or something about transformation and change. Seeing that they were actually in the wrong, owning up to being in the wrong. They're in the wrong. That's what I'm getting. Okay. So again, divine is not helping them out. Divine's not going to let them get out of this energy, this stuck energy, because this is a stuck energy. This is how they feel. This is turmoil. This is something like that on their life. They are not going to be able to get out of this, and they will live with this forever until they come to you. And they don't expect anything from you. They just want to tell you they're sorry because they actually genuinely, I do think that this person, if they do come to you, they're actually genuinely sorry. They want to stay in your life. They want to be in your life. Maybe you blocked this person out of your life. You cut ties with a family member. Maybe you've always felt like the black sheep of the family. I think that they created this situation, this dynamic between you and a sibling. I'm almost getting that as well. Maybe they had you maybe they had this sibling almost turn their back on you, because I am getting the black sheep is outside of this family and you've maybe cut ties. Maybe you want nothing to do with your birth family because of some of the things that they have done to you throughout your childhood, throughout your life. Maybe they've created a lot of drama and havoc. Maybe they're always trying to pit the two. I'm almost seeing, okay, something doesn't want me to get this out, but I'm almost seeing a narcissistic family member pitting two children against each other on a constant basis. Okay. this is just like the typical narcissistic family member of the golden child, the black sheep, the scapegoat. It is sort of like that in a way. I do believe, divine feminine, you're most likely the chosen one. This is a karmic situation. This is a karmic family that I believe that maybe it's trying to, you've been healing this out. I think you've been healing out they're feeling this because you've healed out some trauma from your bloodline. Okay. You're a generational curse breaker. You're saying, I'm not going to let narcissism rule over my family. You maybe have children yourself. You may be in a situation where you are a single parent yourself, and you're saying, my kids are not going to live like that. I am not going to pit my children against each other. My children are going to live in a harmonious family. No matter what your family actually looks like, it may not be traditional, but I believe that you have cut off whatever that was. That was also a curse, okay? A generational curse, I believe, was narcissistic family members, narcissistic families. The golden child and the black sheep, you have cut that out of your life. You have cut that out of any of that ever happening to you and your family. So it is almost like I'm sort of seeing a family tree, okay? A family tree, and you're right there in the middle of this family tree, and there's a line, okay? Because on one side is unhealed toxicity that existed, and there could be a long list of curses that were on this family tree. Okay, it doesn't necessarily just have to be narcissism. It could be a number of things. All right, it could be substance abuse. Okay, it could be anything. Okay, so that might be different for everybody, but I'm seeing sort of like a line, and you have drawn that line, divine feminine. Ooh, this is so heavy. This is so good though. Okay, so I applaud you. You have broken off whatever this was. And I think that it would have continued on for generations if you hadn't went through what you went through, the healing work that you went through, the divine work. You worked with divine to heal this out, to heal out whatever this was from your childhood, your family tree, a lot of that going on. Now, you stopped it in its tracks. Okay, it's not bleeding through. This isn't going to happen to your family because you healed this completely from your bloodline now. All right, that is why you had gone through a ton of spiritual warfare. That is why. Okay, so you've healed it out, and it is up to you, divine feminine, on whether you forgive whoever this is that is coming to you. I believe in the month of December, it is this person may be coming to you. This person's a lot more emotion. They're sitting in their emotions, okay. And I feel like the inner turmoil is sort of like taking over. They're trying to find it in other ways. You know, what do I do? Like I just feel like they're creating more of a relationship with higher power because of this way that they feel within themselves, because of the regret that they have within themselves of what they did. Okay. Now it's up to you, divine feminine, on whether you forgive or not forgive. Remember that you can forgive. This is going to be different for everybody. And I understand that this is a very tough subject, a touchy subject. You can forgive depending on what the situation is and not open the doors to let them into your life. They do not have to be in your life physically for forgiveness. Okay, forgiveness is that frequency. You can completely move on from this family and still live in that frequency forgiveness of, I'm not going back to that. Oh, I keep seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, angel number 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't look back. Do not look back. That is what I'm getting. Do not look back. Okay, so it is time to press on, press forward from the situation, and not let this situation, the black sheep situation, don't let it take over your life to the point where we're living in a victim mentality and we're not moving forward, that we're staying in that energy, in that stuck energy. It's fine for a time period. It is fine while you're healing this out. It is fine while you're trying to decide if this person, if you're going to forgive this person or not, or allow them back into your life or not. It's okay for a time period, but don't let it completely overtake your whole life to where you sit there and say all the time, I'm where I'm at because of my family. I'm where I'm at because of my karmic family. I'm where I'm at because of my narcissistic father. I'm where I'm at because of my, me being the black sheep, my sister being the golden child, my brother being the golden child. Whatever that is to you, don't let this manifest more seclusion, is kind of what I'm picking up. Okay, so when you're sitting in that constant vibration of they don't really love me, they're my karmic family, they're not soul family, it almost makes you push everything else away as well. Okay, and then you'll end up being in that seclusion, back into that seclusion state where I believe that many of the divine feminines right now, it's time to get out of that state and shine. Okay, so maybe right now you're being asked to, again, like if they haven't come forward and asked for forgiveness, you can still forgive them. Even, spiritually speaking, you can still forgive them, writing it out, forgiving your sibling, forgiving your parent for whatever they did, and move forward from this situation and not look back. Okay, continue forward. You're in the right spot, divine feminine. You're in the right place for this new creation to come about, for this new life to come about. You are now, because I believe that you're welcoming in this new energy, you're welcoming in completely new energy. I do see like just more communication. So I think that something about opening, unlocking, unblocking blessings is coming. I believe that renewal is coming, a rebirth, a light energy is coming. I'm seeing more feathers. So I believe that this means this is more of a symbol of hope. Okay, if you're seeing feathers or and fulfilling promises, okay, bringing closer to fulfillment is what I'm getting. Feathers may be very important right now. Releasing, moving forward, and not looking into the past. Those are just the major core type of energy that I am receiving right now, is that frequency of forgiveness. Okay, and let's see, what else do we have? Okay, so for the month of December, another thing that I'm getting is that if you're breaking off, you've been healing ancestral patterns, okay, and healing, rewriting the future, releasing soul patterns, soul contracts, childhood wounds. It's exhausting. I'm just going to put that out there right now. It is exhausting. December alone can be pretty stressful and can be pretty busy. I'm seeing a divine feminine just burning the candle at both ends for the month of December, because I'm seeing not only just Christmas, but I'm also seeing more celebrations. So there could be birthdays for you in December. They're going to be celebrating. Now, take the time as much as you can during the month of December to rest. Okay, so I'm hearing that it is okay to rest. I'm sick of the hustling culture. We need to get out of that, especially for the divine feminine. Rest is so important, especially when you are healing at a deep cellular level. You are transforming your life. You're creating new things. Your energy, it's all about keeping your energy as high as possible. And sometimes that means some days all we can do is rest, to be honest with you. And that is okay. Don't let anyone try and make you feel guilty for needing a day of rest. Voice how you feel about that. Like, it is important to rest, to recover. That helps your energy to rest. It does not, having a day or two of rest is not a sign of weakness, divine feminine, and is not a sign of laziness. Okay? So I want you to try to get out of that type of energy, the way that you're worried. If you're worried about somebody judging you because you're resting, not too focused on go all the time. Okay, so you need a break sometimes. It is okay to take a break. And it's okay to say no. It is okay to say no without an explanation. So if you do have a lot of people asking, can we do this, this, and this? Will you come to this? Do you want to do this? You listen to what your body is trying to tell you, what your spirit is trying to tell you, what your soul is trying to tell you, and whether you should be going or not going, whether you should be concentrating on this or that. You're going to have to really listen to your inner guidance here and not apologize for if you cannot go, if you don't feel like going. You don't owe anybody explanation. Okay? So remember those things. That's what I wanted to get out for the month of December. It's okay to say no. It's okay to rest. It's okay to not do it all. Okay? And don't feel guilty about it. But know that you are receiving blessings and abundance because of because of the generational curse breaking. All right, because that is huge. That is huge. Your ancestors, they're there for you. They got your back. Okay, so it's time to also embrace the unknown, not knowing everything, not knowing every little thing that is going to happen and when it's going to happen, releasing the need to know, releasing the need to control it. It's going to come to you and flow to you when it is supposed to. Your feminine energy, if you've been feeling stuck with or not the feminine that you want to be or that you feel that you should be, the freedom with that, the divine femininity, the freedom, it's yours. That's what I'm getting. It's yours. The feminine energy is coming back. Your creativity, your passion is coming back. Okay. And there's something about an ascension. And I'm seeing this majorly in December. So this could be that you're reconnecting with, you may be somebody who has recently realized, you may be a divine feminine that has realized you've been on a twin journey. You've been on a twin journey that was a catalyst twin, and you haven't met your actual twin yet, or you haven't met your twin soul yet. It's because you needed the catalyst situation. You needed something that was feasible, that seemed feasible, that looked physical, right? And that is why you were given a catalyst. They weren't actually your twin. This is your actual twin soul is coming through. I don't know if I'm getting December, January time frame, but I'm getting that maybe you and this twin ascend right in December, and that is when you align and meet, and it is when, again, your purpose is clear. You're coming through this frequency of forgiveness. That is kind of like that was maybe like the end of what you needed, the lessons that you really, the main piece, the main reason why you're on this journey. Maybe you completed that, understanding your lesson, and that is actually when the twin soul comes through, and this unconditional love, because this is a higher plane soul connection. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so unconditional love and a soulful connection where it's we both feel really blessed here. Okay, so that is what I'm getting, because I do keep picking up spiritual connection. So maybe also they could be a leader in the spiritual community. You could be the leader in the spiritual community. You guys could both be a leader in the spiritual community. I see something like that. I see something about leadership. All right, so what else do I see? I'm gonna pick up something, because this was more general. This wasn't as much about a love, so I'm gonna see if anything comes through. I think maybe spiritually you are going to start connecting with somebody, because again, you had to close out the cycle or the chapter, the work that you had to close out, that part of the twin journey, your healing, by finding your lesson, figuring that out. You had to completely close this. Something else had to end. Some kind of karma or something or situation had to completely come to a close and end. So before you aligned with this twin soul or twin flame. Yeah, because something was interfering with the two of you coming together. That's what I'm getting. There was something interfering this situation, this soul situation. There was an interference. There was some type of interference. Okay, and that's not. It's somebody came up against this divine couple. That's what I'm getting. It's very clear that this should have been a while ago. This should have come through. But you got to look at it this way. You know, certain situations, certain people came through for reasons. Okay. See if there's anything else. I wanted to see if maybe, okay, what I might do is I might do another message specifically on whoever this person is. Okay, but I do believe that you are being aligned with this person currently, right now. Something had to close out. Something had to end. Something had to be shown as well, possibly. Okay, maybe there had to be a certain time frame. Again, you have to think of it as divine timing and orchestration. Okay, so I might do another message on just this masculine energy that is coming through to me right now. This maybe a high level soulmate, maybe a twin soul. I'm actually getting that this is your true twin soul. Now that you've realized that other twin was a catalyst for you, this is your true twin soul that you just haven't met yet. All right. So anyways, I hope that resonated. If it did, like, share, subscribe, comment below to help this channel grow. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.